How's it going, everybody? Long time no see. Hope you don't mind the uniform or the crap acoustics. I just got off work and the lighting in here is alright. So, I've been getting a lot of feedback on a video I posted a couple months ago. Just kind of saying like, hey, it's my 1 year in Los Angeles. I did it on my own, I did it without any parental donation. And it's just something that I think you can do too. I want to touch up on some frequently asked questions because a lot of people have been reaching out to me and asking me kind of the basic questions of moving to Los Angeles and how I actually did it. It is the bare basics. This video is going to help you out a bit. If you have no idea what to do or where to go or how to do it, hopefully this one will be more informative. So let's just start in chronological order. The biggest question I get is like, how much is enough? How much money should I save up before I move out to Los Angeles? I think I just saved up for a little bit after school, working at a small restaurant in PA. Go Kings, whoop, whoop, round and round. But I got lucky. 3,000 is lowballing, and that's 3,000 if you want to get lucky. I barely cut the second rent off of that because the job process can take a very long time. About $5,000 to $7,000 minimum is what you want to look for if you're going to move to Los Angeles. Trust me, that's good advice. People want to know where in LA. I've never been to Los Angeles. It's such a big place. I don't want to live anywhere near Compton. I get that a lot, surprisingly. And I understand, you want to find a good area for yourself. It's a big place. And there are tons of little cities and sub areas. You don't know where to go, I don't know where to go, and I'm going to advise you. Most of you who are coming to me are looking for something to do with art, something to pursue the real California dream life. They want to become actors or dancers or painters, any kinds of artists. Whatever you want, you're probably going to be able to find it in North LA. Not downtown. You don't want to go straight to like West Hollywood because that's pricey. So the best bang for your buck, stick to places like Sherman Oaks, Studio City. North Hollywood was my first one. That's great. I live in a place right beside North Hollywood called Valley Village right now. Great place, very affordable, it's nice, there's no crime, it's pretty clean for the most part, it's LA, you'll understand that it's not that clean to begin with, but it's affordable and that's what we're looking for here. So also including places like Glendale or Burbank, those are fantastic. A lot of work opportunities as well up here, so check those out. North LA, good luck. And something else that might influence your decision is another question that I get a lot, and that is how do you find a job out here? Jobs can be pretty tricky. They did take me a while to get my first 2 jobs. I've talked about that before in a couple of my videos. You're saving up, right? You're trying to come out here. So where do you work right now? Is it a restaurant? Is it a big chain? Is it a big company? Can you transfer to somewhere in California? This could be even something as simple as working retail. It might not sound like the dream come true, but let's say you work at a Hollister or something back home. There are Hollisters everywhere out here. Check with your management. If you've been there long enough, you might be eligible for a transfer. I know GNC is another one that's super popular out here. You can just be like, hey, I've worked with GNC for 3 years. Are there any GNCs in LA? Of course, they're everywhere. Hey, manager, can I possibly transfer to an LA location? Good chance you might be able to. Is there going to be a position available? Maybe, maybe not. That also gives you the range of places that you could check for to live. Which GNCs are hiring, which GNCs might need somebody in 3 to 6 months. So that's something. Look into transferring where you already work. If not, opportunities are endless out here. Just please don't be picky about it because you'll be kicking yourself in the butt if you have to pack your bags and go home because you didn't want to work at a Carl's Jr.'s or a Starbucks. By the way, Starbucks is probably the #1 place you could transfer. Huge, 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 huge Starbucks market out here. If I check Siri right now, there are probably 30 Starbucks locations within like 5 miles, if not less. So, if you work at a Starbucks, you got it easy. Don't let your pride get in the way of getting your first jobs out here. I worked at a coffee shop and a movie theater. I'm talking like 60 hours a week, 16-hour days. It was brutal, but I did what I had to do to get to something better. Coffee shops, restaurants, movie theaters, AMC is huge. They're always hiring, they do open interviews. You can get your feet right in the door and you can start getting a paycheck quickly, pay that rent and start looking for something more comfortable. You don't have to worry about that anymore. It's great. It's just a temporary fix. You can always be like, peace, I found something better. You can check Craigslist no matter where you are, Craigslist LA, see who's hiring. Shoot some companies an email. Be like, hey, my name's such and such from wherever you're from, this is what I'm looking for, here's my resume, would you be interested in interviewing me when I come here my first week of something? Set it up, communicate, very important. Things will work out for you really well if you can communicate. Finding an apartment, once again you can do this on Craigslist, wherever you're from, just check out Craigslist apartment listings, you can look up some other apps, I don't know anything off the top of my heart, but there's tons of apps looking for apartments and looking for roommates for apartments, stuff like that. Look up sublets. Okay, so let's say like an actor has to go and travel somewhere to film. They don't want to pay for their apartment while they're gone, so it'll be like one room available for 2 months, and chances are it could be cheaper than what they pay in the first place, just so they're not bothered with bills when they're gone. And it's cool because it's not a permanent location, but it does really give you the time to kind of scout things out, maybe meet a roommate, set something up ahead. I don't know what you're looking to pay, I don't know your budget, but I mean a part-time job out here, it's probably wise to keep it cheap if you're coming out here with a friend. Don't be afraid to split a 1-bedroom, 1-bath with 2 people. One person can get the the living room, the other person get the bedroom. Man cave it up, work something out. How much is it gonna cost you? My first one was a 1-bed, 1-bath. I split it with this friend that I met out here my first week. Our rent was about $1,100, so $550 each, plus a bus pass, which is $100, plus bills, like your utilities, your Wi-Fi, etc., etc. It adds up, but it's not bad. I was definitely not paying more than like $700 a month. Now I'm in a 2-bed, 2-bath, which is $1,500. Minimum wage out here is $9, so if you're working part-time, it's not hard to bring in $900 to $1,100 a month on a minimum wage job. That's your Starbucks, that's your McDonald's. You pick up some shifts, work a full-time, 35 hours minimum. You're gonna make your bills no problem while pocketing some money on the side and eating nice. Yeah, you have money to treat yourself, take yourself out, try new things. That's what you're here for. California's all about the opportunity, the experience, and the sunshine, that's for sure. It was like, it's gonna be 91 this week, all week. It's beautiful. If you have your own car, don't be afraid to get your California driver's license right off the bat and try Uber driving. Also, a lot of people are out here for the acting and stuff. Don't be afraid to do some extra work, some like paid audience work. There are so many casting agencies that are always looking for people who are like, sit in the Dr. Phil audience, we'll pay you $9 an hour for 6 hours. And it's not the funnest work, but it is paid cash that day. And it's easy to get some money in your pocket while you're kind of looking for apartments or waiting for that interview call back. Stay busy. It's so easy. It is really easy. Definitely read below. I can only think of so much off the top of my head real quick, but it's very possible. I have full faith that if you do want to make the trip and transplant to Los Angeles, you can do it. You can do it without any help. Yeah, if you got some work experience, you can transfer over. Northern LA is the way to go. How much is enough? 5 to 7 grand. Rent, you're going to be looking between $500, $750. A nice studio apartment, by the way, I've seen a couple furnished ones for $800. So that's kind of cool. There's always Airbnbs, I think they're called. Whatever. So Craigslist for jobs and apartments before you even move out here. Reach out, contact people, tell them how serious you are. Introduce yourself, see if there's any opportunities to transfer from your jobs. If the job's available in California, that'll help you find an area as well. You know, if there's a GNC that really wants to hire somebody in 3 months or something, they might tell you about it. In Burbank, then you can be like, oh man, I better look for an apartment around Burbank. It's easy. Yeah, as people were asking me, I literally just kind of wrote down the questions that I get all the time, and I made this throughout the last couple of days. And I got that last one, so I was like, film it real quick right after work. So there you go. In conclusion, if this is something that you really want, if you want to move to Los Angeles, and try life out here, enjoy the weather, take some acting classes, see what you can do with your life. If you want to be a dancer, one of the girls I just worked with is one of Megan Trainor's dancers. She's huge now. She's killing it, and she was working right beside me at a restaurant. So it happens. You move forward if you just try for it. There's a lot to do out here. There's a lot of people to meet, and you never know what's going to happen. So it's a great place. There's not a lot of water left, but it is what it is. I think I've covered basically everything I want to talk about. If there's anything else you want to know, if there's any frequently asked questions that I missed, put it below. If you see somebody else's comment who I didn't reply to and you want the answer to, give it a thumbs up, bring some attention to it. I'll check it out. I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. You can always reach out to me, as everybody has been doing, on my Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. You can Vine me. I'll get back to you. I'm usually pretty good about answering these kind of questions because I couldn't have done it without a little bit of curiosity and research myself. So thank you to everybody who has helped me and who has answered my questions and who have done this before. Good luck. Let me know when you get out here. Let me know if this video helped you out. Like it up, share it. I don't mind. I just want to answer some of the questions I've been getting all the time. Thanks a ton. Thanks everybody who's reached out and told me that I've helped them in one way or another just by vlogging in the airport. I didn't really intend that to be so inspirational, but I'm glad that you're taking something positive from it, and I'd love to help more. So that's what this video is all about. I hope I answered your questions. I hope you are going to go for it. And most importantly, I hope to see you soon. Thanks again. I'll see you guys below. Later guys, good luck. Fly out here. Woo!